Hey, it's Paul here with Birdtail. So this is the August update. This is we're getting close to our season, and I got some good information, some pretty positive stuff. Been just working my ass off trying to figure out how to make this smooth and try to eliminate all like the failure factors that are set in place for for failure. But I think I've done it. I think I've done it. I think I've done a good job, and I think it's going to work. But anyways, where I'm at a really cool spot. It means a lot to me. This is the Lauder Sandhills. I ended up here by default today, which is hilarious, but I have not been here for 20 plus years. I started hunting here with my dad. He showed me how to muzzleload hunt, at like, I think I was like 10 years old or whatever. I started going with him, and then, started hunting at 12, but I think it was like in 1984 or something like that. And it looked exactly the same. It has not changed since 1984. This is like 3.5 miles into the bush, and this is a natural clearing. I'm sure it was cleared like in the 20s for ag, but it's never grown in. And this right where I'm standing was, I think, the first time my dad left me alone. Like, he hunted a different spot, like we still hunted. And I sat here, and I remember just being like absolutely shit scared because it was coyotes yipping and doing their whole 9 yards. And all of a sudden, it was like 80 or 90 sharptail came over this bush and just went right into that clearing there. And they did their whole dance and whatnot. And they did it for like an hour, and the sounds, and like, it was unbelievable sight. Never forget it. But this is kind of where I cut my teeth on big game. So it's super cool to be here. Just tons of positive memories. But anyways, funny how I ended up here. I've had a long day. I've driven like probably close to 450 miles, all for a reason. But I started my day at the lodge, and I tic-tac-toed our whole area. And I was looking at, okay, well, how the crops look, like trying to find the bands where the rains went through, where you see nice heavy crops. A lot are coming down right now. And I've talked to farmers, and some of them are saying, yeah, no, it's good. And some are like, as soon as you touch it, it just shells out. And, there's just food everywhere. And that's good. It's always a tough conversation with the farmer because it's not good for them, but you're doing that. Yes, we got it. It feels that shell out like that. It's mayhem. But, so we hunt the Prairie pothole region. It's a pretty big area. We work 1.3 million acres, and it's for a reason. It's potholes. There's water. There's food. We're in a wicked drought right now. I flew some water holes today where, there's water, typical year kind of thing. But when I got further south into our area, there's, our southern area is really dry. And then as further I got south, it was just like salt stains, and then like concrete marshes where, there's 2-inch cracks in the mud, just unbelievable. Like, they went dry, I bet you, in June, because all the green is already grown up in the bottoms of these marshes, where typically they're 5-6 foot deep. So we are in a crazy drought, but our area was wet in the 30s, right? So we are going to hold water. We have the water, and birds know where the water is. Like all animals, they are drawn to water when they need it, when there's none around, right? And so I think we're going to be pulling migration, corridors from other areas into our area because we have water and we got a lot of food. So it's a really good year coming. I'm super excited. What a great way to get back at things. And there's basically 2 generations of birds that, really don't know that this area is not really a safe ground. So we're going to teach a few this year, and pumped about that. But so why I was doing so much driving, obviously checking stuff out, but my real MO was to go down to the border crossing that we've chosen, and it's called Lyleton on the Canadian side. On the US side, it's called Antler, and it's a tiny little port. I think it's open from like 9 to 5. A couple great guys working it. I talked to them last couple days, and then I went down and met them today. I just wanted, face to the voice kind of thing, because that's support we're going to use. So everyone that's going to be coming out of the States to come hunt with us, you do not fly to Winnipeg. Winnipeg is, I think they're selling flights that don't even exist. And if you do have a reservation, I can guarantee they've already changed it 10 times on you, because it probably doesn't even exist. Like it just very frustrating. So I think at the end of the day, it's you do not fly into Canada to come hunt with us. You're going to fly into Minot. That's going to be our in and out place, our airport. And it's a pretty decent sized airport. You have Delta, United Airlines coming in. And I think all those airlines have 4 flights a day. Nothing's going to be perfect. The world's totally right now. And there's going to be delays and stopovers and whatnot. But that is the way it's been working for the last, couple of years. So that is going to be our in and out town, Minot, not anywhere else, not Bismarck, not Fargo, not Grand Forks, not Winnipeg, nothing. Private planes, I'm not sure about. What I do know is that private planes have been coming into Canada nonstop, no testing, and good to go, which is totally bullshit, but good in a way too. So, but I don't know, because I don't want to say, yeah, fly your plane and then all of a sudden the wheels come off. So I'm trying to get to the bottom of that one. It's kind of a tough one to figure out. But so with the Lyleton border, the biggest thing is where this gets kind of complicated for us. At the end of the day, what I want to do is I want to drive from the lodge, which is the exact same distance, by the way, from the lodge to Minot as it would be lodge to Winnipeg. So, which is perfect. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to basically drive from the lodge, cross the border, go to Minot, meet you at the airport, do the, hey, come on, let's go. And then we bring you across the border and then we continue to the lodge. My biggest thing was, will the Canadian, border agency let us, come back into Canada without having to do a PCR test and the whole Arrive Canada kind of thing? Like, no big deal doing a PCR test, but it's just waiting for your results. And that'll put us late on arriving at the lodge. And who knows, something could go squirrely, you could get a false positive or whatever. So that was the biggest thing. So basically I've been on the phone with, I don't know how many, border agents in the last week, 2 weeks kind of thing. Anyways, one fellow was like totally stand up dude. He ended up calling Ottawa and gave Ottawa like this whole scenario that I'm trying to run. And Ottawa said, I think they got it in writing, because I know that there's 3 ports that are going to get this information in case we need 3 ports. But basically that we fall under trade and transport, which is super cool. So that means that because we're transporting you, we are like now a trucking service going down to Minot, pick you guys up, and then we cross. So the staff don't have to do the Arrive Canada or the PCR test or anything like that. So we're good to go. The one showstopper right now, which I think is going to change hopefully in a couple days, because it's August 19th, on the 21st, President Biden's going to make an announcement, and then we still have another chance on December 21st for him to let Canadians drive across for non-essential. And I've talked to U.S. Customs many a times, and in the last week, and there's some say, yeah, no, you can drive across to pick up your guest, no problem. And then some say, well, no, you can't, because you're non-essential. So I haven't got a clear kind of, definitive answer on the U.S. side. Canadian side, we're good to go, which is huge. And if President Biden doesn't allow Canadians to drive across or whatever for non-essential, I have, transport company with shuttles and whatnot. So we'll pick you up at the airport, shuttle you to the border. We'll be waiting at the border, and then we'll drive to the lodge. Whatever. It's all on my back. The biggest thing is you just got to fly into Minot, not Winnipeg. If you got Winnipeg, get rid of it. It's probably not even real, and they're going to screw you around 1,000 times. So that's my biggest thing. Minot, nothing else. If you're driving up like from your hometown or whatever, I would highly suggest crossing at this Antler Lyleton port. There's a reason for it, and you just got to take my word on it. But it's a 9 to 5 port, so not off hours kind of thing. But I would suggest crossing there versus like an Emerson or a bigger port. There's a reason. What else? So if you are coming out of the U.S., you need to do the Arrive Canada thing. It's an app. You fill it out, your information when you're crossing, your negative test, your PCR test you have to have done, you submit it, your proof of vaccination, and like a 14-day isolation plan that you'll never use, because you'll never get tested in Canada because we're not flying into Canada. So that's the biggest, that's a caveat to the whole thing. You have to fill out your 909 form. standard procedure for bringing a firearm into Canada. It costs $25. No big deal. Just don't sign it in front of, you have to sign it in front of the customs agent. Don't like pre-sign the 3 copies that you print out at home. You got to do it in front of the agent because it's a declaration. And then the hell else? Both hunting licenses you need for here are both online, which is awesome. So you got to do it at home. Don't do it at the lodge. We don't have time for it. You just want to chill out and then focus on hunting, whatever. So it's fill out those ones at home, or get your accounts made and then buy those licenses. So it's a federal game bird permit and then provincial waterfowl license. So do that at home. Print them out, put them in your blind bag, take a picture of it, have it on your phone in case you lose it. So it's basically 4 things that you need: the Arrive Canada, the the 909, and then your both hunting licenses, and that's what you need. After that, it's normal. So again, I'll say it, Minot, that's the spot. If you're driving up, come through that Lyleton antler port. It's good. Canadians, thank you so much for coming. We have more Canadians hunting with us this year than I think we've ever had. And to me, that's just absolutely awesome. Really appreciate it. And you guys just fly straight into Winnipeg, normal, land at the airport, and then you're going to go and call for a Hilton shuttle, Hilton Suites on Wellington Crescent. It's like 2 minutes from the airport. And then we will meet you at 4:30 on your arrival day at the Hilton Suites. That's the plan. We've been doing it for 20 plus years. It totally works, but that's our normal. This whole Minot thing is totally, obviously, it's not our norm, but it might be a good thing. Might always use it. I think the flights going into Minot are cheaper than flying into Winnipeg. And hell, it's the same drive time, so probably could do this forever on end. But anyway, so that's my update. I'm on 12 minutes. This has taken about 80 takes. It's embarrassing. I always walk out of this somewhat humbled. But anyways, so appreciate all the support and everybody sticking with us. We're going to do our best as usual. We're going to hunt super hard, and looking forward to it. Anyways, this is August. I'm going to do one just before I guess our non-resident season starts up. So that's like September 23rd. So a few days before that, I'll do an update, or something significantly changes. Maybe if President Biden lets us drive through, or who knows. Anyways, but I'm going to try to give it about a month kind of thing, and do another update. But anyways, this is the August update, and I'm done. So yeah.